Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Stock Talk on June 25th. It's 4:06 p.m. Eastern Time. For those of you who caught my earlier live stream, I do apologize for the laggy video and audio. That will be fixed in July, but I hope you guys did get the audio portion. You did hear some part of it, because what we said, and this is the beauty of technical analysis, has been true today. So we talked about a couple of things on the live stream, and I will reiterate it right now. We're looking at SPY, the S&P 500 on the 180-day chart. This is an extremely interesting pattern because what developed today was something that not many people predicted, the magnitude of the drop. So let's talk about it. Here's SPY, and we talked about the boxed area. I'm going to remove level 2 because the boxed area represented a very critical support for the markets at 274.50 to 275.50, and this was where we were looking for entry into the markets. Now, what did we talk about last video? In the end of last video, I talked to you guys about on the 1-year chart, we saw this downward trend. You can see that we gapped down, but the markets pulled it up while the markets were trading. So usually when we see when we're going down, we see red candles, but in this case, we see green candles. But when we started pushing up, we saw a red candle. What does that mean? That showed that markets wanted to pull the stocks down, wanted to pull the general market direction to the downside. And you can see that we held the support here pretty nice, but all of a sudden we saw a collapse today, a gap down straight to the next support, 271. So what is the beauty of technical analysis? Yes, so the markets fell, and yeah, so if you guys were in the market positions today, then extremely risky today. But the beauty is we know where it fell to. We expected it to fall to 271. This was the next support. We talked about it in previous videos, and here we are, 271.07. So a couple of scenarios to look out for. I want to show you guys first the 4-hour chart. Looking at these candles, we do see a nice candle right here holding the support, but can we make anything out of that? Well, one can say that this is a support. I agree, one, but where can we go, right? Well, on the 1-year chart, you see I drew another line here. This is the next support. The next support is at 266. So should we start actively closing below 271 on a daily close? That is the next area where I would find support. However, something other interesting is also coming into effect. Something really interesting, and it's not on the 180-day chart, because you can see that the 200 period moving average, or the red line, is no longer acting as a support. And we look at the 1-year chart. So the 1-year chart does show the red line, $266, which is the 200 period moving average, acting as a support here, acting as a support here, and we can still be bullish. The markets can still be bullish even if we fall to this line, to the red line. Now, this is still quite a bit of fall to go, so there's still a potential for $5 to $6. We're going to talk about volatility in a moment. So what are the general trends? So I'm going to take you to another chart, because today's movement incredibly interesting. Here's the 20-day 1-hour candle chart, and looking at today, what did we form? You guys can see these tail candles right here. Tail candle, another candle here, and we kind of filled this candle here, but we bounced back up, okay? This is once again showing a solid support around 271 area. As a matter of fact, I put into some positions the triple Qs today while we were recovering here. This was where I entered, and here we are right now. This is an entry position, right? So there's no sign of a reversal, but this is a support. At the very least, perhaps we can expect a bounce to the 20 EMA line before we retest the support again. So that's what I'm playing. Of course, this is another place where you can enter the markets. If you're playing it safe, probably not right now. Looking at TVIX for volatility, we do see that volatility on the 180-day chart straight above the resistance, 29.5% higher, and you can see that we actually closed at $56.04. The question should be, are we going to go into volatility right now? Given this massive up move today, I wouldn't, right? Because, I mean, even if it goes up tomorrow, that's great, right? As SPY falls to 266, or if and when SPY does fall. But there's no point in going to volatility if you didn't catch in today's spike, because as fast as it goes up, it can even come down quickly as well. So your volatility went up nearly 30% today. It could fall 10% tomorrow. Like, who knows, right? So in this case, I think as a day trade, that was fantastic. As a swing trade, too risky for me to participate. Looking at 4/CL or crude oil futures, crude oil doing the same thing, right? I really haven't changed these lines. Here's the 180-day chart showing crude oil at 69.34 resistance. This line hasn't changed for weeks, and we can see that it met resistance, and now we're coming back just a little bit down. This was when the OPEC meeting came out with their news, and we rose to the resistance, and then now we're coming back down just a little bit. So where do I see crude oil? Well, I need crude oil to find some sort of support, whether it's at 67.05, right? This is the best support right here, 67.05. But should it come down, then I would see support right here, and then perhaps go into crude oil, or UWT is the ticker. But right now, I wouldn't participate in it right now. Looking at /NG, tracking natural gas. Natural gas, you know, this same pattern, horizontal pattern, bullish pattern right here, bullish consolidation. Support 2.895, resistance 2.983. You buy here, you sell here. You buy here, you sell here. A pretty easy pattern, right? So this pattern follows UGAZ. So I talked about the position where you guys could have gotten in. The position you guys could have gotten in was actually pre-market today, right? Pre-market today, you guys can see that it did dip down to near the support. That's where you can do the entry position, 63.45. Where do you sell it? Well, you can sell it around 68 and change. Pretty good pattern. /GC, tracking gold futures. Gold futures has a defined support at 1268. Now, what's happening right now? We're getting rejected at the 20 EMA line. This is not a pattern of reversal. This is actually a continuation move to the downside for gold. And you guys can see that gold's next support is 1249. So all I see right now is gold dropping. I don't see any reversal. There's no sign of anything. This is a pattern of straight downwards. I mean, not straight downwards, but like 20 EMA down, 20 EMA down. I mean, it's just getting rejected over and over again. So, I mean, if you guys have been playing JDST or inverse gold, you know, great job. And you guys can see that, you know, JDST has actually been making this consolidation pattern, and we actually kind of broke out a little bit today. So in the meantime, I'm not looking for entries into gold, but you know, you guys, I'm still looking for some sort of reversal, and it's just not coming. So if it's not coming, I'm not going to participate. Let's take a look at your comments. Before we do, I want to take a look at IQ, which we did talk about during the intraday video today, live stock talk. Here we go, right? Here's IQ, and we see that there's a pattern of downward trend. And some of you guys, I think one of you guys went into IQ. So the thing I told you guys about in yesterday's video is, if you guys are, you know, in IQ, you know, or you're going to IQ, this is a straight downtrend. There's no sign of reversal, and this is not something you want to actively participate in. This is when the company went IPO, right? In the beginning of the month, but we don't have enough technical analysis to say that where are we going to catch it. So far, there's no support. It could fall to $28. Like it could fall to $30. This doesn't have a support yet, and this is on a straight downtrend. I can even argue that this is like a fantastic short sell opportunity right now, until if and when we do see some sort of stop, but no stop right now, and therefore, you know, that's it. Tesla. Okay, Tesla, I mean, we talked about how Tesla's kind of following the markets, right? Tesla's breakout pattern is here, but because the markets are going down, Tesla actually held up really well. It didn't go down that much. You can see that it formed a green candle somewhere here. So what am I looking for? I mean, Tesla could still, as long as it keeps above this support line, like 322 around here, we can still go above. We can still go higher, but we just need the markets to pull higher in order for Tesla to have a chance to go a little higher. But right now, looking at AMD, right? This is another entry position that I'm looking at. AMD, we see it's $15, a 4% drop today. Not as much as I wanted it to drop, but it's okay. Because why? I'm looking for it to come down on the 20 EMA. We're on the 3-year chart. When it comes down to the 20 EMA after a very bullish signal, that's when we can get into entry position, and that's when we can ride it back up. Where's the 20 EMA line, the light blue line? Pretty much around $13 to $14. I need it to fall to down there, and then we get into the position, and then I'm going to ride it back up as with you guys, I hope. So Addy Boy, AEP, oh boy, it went up crazy, 62 to 69. Looking at Big Strike, does it have any upside to it? So Addy Boy, let's take a look at AEP. So, whoa, okay, so AEP has a very nice pattern. You guys can see that it's had this pattern right here. Let's quickly look at it went up 2% today. Oh, 180-day chart. Yeah, so this is, again, a very nice pattern. It's predictable because you can see that every time it kind of dips to the bottom, it will reverse back up. It's been making this, you know, this higher high most recently, And of course, we're looking at a weekly open and close, right? This is weekly open and close candles. So what are we looking for? If you guys wanted to get into entry position today, I think it's perfectly fine. But just remember, we're still on the downtrend right now. You guys can see there's no definitive sign of where the bottom is. So should we start continuing to fall, this is a weekly candle, so this 2% is just today, right? So it doesn't have to be green, it can be easily red. So looking at the 1 year chart, let's just quickly take a look at where we are. Yep, so you could take that position, but look at this, right? It goes up, it comes back down, goes up, comes back down. So it may take a while at the bottom, so it might not necessarily hit back to the top 50, 54. The question is, you could take that position and you could write it at least like 5%. So I think that's a good job. If it keeps going down, you can add more to your position because this seems like a pretty good pattern. Good job. All right. Addy boy, yeah, we talked about IQ. Ivan, can you look at Twitter? So I'll take a look at Twitter for you. I think I saw all of you guys during the live stream, so thank you once again. So we took a look at Twitter, and the reason why Twitter was interesting is because we saw it curving back down. As a matter of fact, we looked at the 3 year chart, right? Did we? Yeah, look at the 3 year chart, and we're so overextended over the light blue line of the 20 EMA line. We expect this. We need this to come back down. I don't care if Twitter does something like this and then comes back down like that, or if it goes flat to the 20 EMA or comes down to I need Twitter to come down to the 20 EMA where we can see some consolidation before getting into a position. But for now, absolutely not, as we are so overextended. I can almost argue that we're in a good short sell opportunity, but that's just me. All right, K9, what do you think of AXON? So I'll tackle this first ticker. So welcome. I see some new faces as well. So I don't think I've ever seen you, K9. So welcome to the stream. So K9, here's the weekly chart. We see a massive down candle here. And then we see here, these volume levels are way too low in my opinion. So we have, let's see, daily volume levels at, it's at 7 million, but look at this. This is not a trend that we want to actively participate in, right? We're looking at daily open and closes and major gap down. What happened here? Over 3, yeah, so no, right. No, this is not something we want to actively invest in. We have a gap up, now we're coming back down. Who knows what it will do? It might go a gap down, it might go a gap up. It doesn't matter because we're not going to participate in this one. All right, Ghost Car. Wow, I've learned a lot from this. I have a self-directed Roth IRA. It was cluelessly gambling. Now, thank you, sir. You're changing lives. Yeah, this is what this channel is all about. It is for you guys. And, of course, I'm also developing a course for you guys. That is still in the making. But, yeah, if I'm changing lives or just kind of changing some of your habits in trading or just giving you some insight, you don't even have to take my advice. This is... this is what the channel is for, so thank you so much. Eric, we talked about Tesla. Lucas, another great one, thank you. Hey, Coolio, I was going to go out with the boys tonight, but I told them I can't because of Stock Talk with Kevin. Wow, that means a lot. Tears. No, just kidding. Okay. All right, so, that's it for today's video. Thanks once again for joining in on today's Stock Talk. I hope you guys gather some valuable information about SPY and the general market movement, what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is just, yes, we had a massive, massive drop. No one has really expected this sort of drop today. However, we're still in a more bullish trend, in my opinion. So, in the meantime, thank you once again for joining into this channel. Like if you like this video. If you didn't like it, I hope you like it in the future. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't already to get up-to-date notifications when I go live and when I post these stock market videos, which happens Monday to Thursday, every day, after stock market closes. So see you guys tomorrow, Tuesday, for another trading day.